Alright, what's going on, interwebs? I'm going to go back to our lovely Virginia Governor, Ralph Northam. This guy shows just how insane people on the left can be, how ridiculous they can be. By now, everyone's fully aware of his big photo. You know, of him dressed up in blackface, standing next to a guy dressed up as a Klan member. I understand it was 1984, but he was 25 years old. You know, he wasn't a kid when this happened. He knew right from wrong. In 1984, if you go and look like stuff up on acts the KKK did, there was still a lot of very brutal acts happening by them this same year. So it's not like, well, it's just something funny to do. No, not really. Like I said, they were still very active in 1984. But, yeah, his latest little gaffe. Everyone knows he admitted to it. I mean, I have a quote right here pulled up. And this is the quote that was on nationally televised news. And locally, it was all over the place. This quote: "I am deeply sorry for the decision I made to appear as I did in this photo, and for the hurt that decision caused then and now." Okay, so right there, he is admitting that he did it. It's right there in the quote. I am deeply sorry for the decision I made to appear as I did in this photo. Now, just last night, he came out and said, yeah, that's not me in the photo. I don't remember that photo, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's trying to do the old classic runaround, but he forgot that he already admitted to doing this. What is he thinking? Is he thinking that Americans just forget that easy? Which maybe some on the left do forget that easy. They do forget a lot of stuff that their party's done. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. But Virginia Democrats, they want him gone now. Which yes, they should. I mean, because according to, you know, how the progressive left is, there's no room for anything like this. They love to eat their own when anything remotely controversial comes out. This was a pretty big one. But now you got some that are standing by him saying he shouldn't have to resign or anything. But I think the majority are going to try to set up an impeachment hearing for him, which is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because he's kind of an awful person. I mean, he showed his true character by admitting to it and then coming out a day or two later and denying it. So, yeah, you can see how he is. Character-wise, he's a liar. He'll do whatever he can to benefit himself. He ain't worried about Virginians. You know he's not worried about Virginians because just a few days prior to this incident, he put up that radical abortion bill that would kill babies that have been born. So that shows you where his character's at right there. This man is scum. But the only problem it does leave is on the right. The Republican Party pretty much has everything going for them in the Senate and the House and everything, and through the Virginia political sphere. And if they have to do another election, I fear that it shouldn't, especially with all the obvious ridiculousness in the Virginia Democratic Party. But it could, if they have to set up an open vote again, still swing towards the left. Because Virginia is pretty blue nowadays. Not the majority. Really, it's northern Virginia where all the elites live. But they control everything. They have the numbers. They have the power. A lot of Virginia down here I'm in southeast Virginia. Down here, there's quite a few conservatives. I wouldn't necessarily say they're Republicans, but they're conservatives nonetheless. They vote conservative. But yeah, so that could be a dicey thing. But as of right now, Northam is refusing to step down or resign. He doesn't see where he needs to. But his own party really wants him to. I mean, they're calling for it pretty hard. But I always make videos about how the left eats themselves, and this is another side, but yeah, he made a big mistake. He made a mistake by being in a photo like that in the first place, and then he made a mistake by lying to the people saying it wasn't him after admitting that it was him. I'd like to hear anybody else's comments. You can write it down in the comment section. I'll check them all out. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday, and I'm sure most people are going to be watching that ball game. Well, y'all take care.